I'm John Mapes. I'm the program coordinator here at Pulse Percussion.
My name is Ian Grom. I am the front ensemble arranger and composer here at Pulse Percussion. Our 2025 production for Pulse Percussion this year is called The Underground.
It's always been this idea of like this underground music or underground club, this place or this idea that's like really cool, but you kind of have to know.
It was an interesting idea that John brought to me, and he said, what do you think about doing an all electronic music show? And as he explained the show to me, and as it started to unfold, I started to realize, this is kind of an unexplored territory for us.
So the show this year for us is kind of motivated to try to do something different. We're very good at some of the things we've done in the past with storytelling. We wanted to mix it up a little bit, and we really wanted to focus on the idea of like an experience or a place. A thing that other people would see and want to be there with us.
This year, we had to create the feel of what it would be like from outside the club looking in. That idea that you would hear this muffled,
and then a door opens and it's really clear and you hear some music or you see some activity, and then the door closes again. We were really inspired by some of this Woodkid music that we found, the opener entitled Volcano. That felt like it was the show.
And as soon as we heard that, it's like this motific idea that we're going to have keep coming back, and Jacob, our snare drummer, becomes sort of a recurring character that is kind of just, he's always there. You're watching him experience the show, you're experiencing the show through him. And the rope drum also interestingly ties us into the marching activity, and it brings what we do here as like an underground activity.
It's not about the activity, but obviously it correlates.
People don't know what drumline really is. They don't know what indoor percussion really is unless you've been there, unless you've done it.
We wanted to use a few pieces of music that people knew, so we decided to go kind of old school. We went with Fatboy Slim, one of the most popular DJs of his time, and we went with his main track, the Rockafeller Skank.
And it's really this psychedelic sort of like Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas type of music video, and I was like, okay. I mean, it's a good hook. What's the goal?
And I thought, man, this is a really neat thing that people know, but we could do this in a different way than you would ever expect.
John said, well, what if you did like this crazy achel that they do in there, but you did it as a front ensemble lick? It's just like adrenaline, fire, gasoline, burn it all up, and let's end big. And so I was like, I think this could be a showstopper if we do it right. And it's turned out to be one of the highlights of the show, and it's definitely one of my favorite front ensemble moments that I've created.
One of my favorite parts of the show is we take this idea of the kick drum that we use throughout, 4 on the floor, everybody knows that from kind of EDM music, ooh, 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 right? And we isolate that for this moment that kind of begins our third part of the show. And we take just that sound and everybody freezes on this sound. And it's sort of like taking bits of an electronic music track, but doing something you wouldn't expect with it. And the way the visual correlates with that idea, trying to create like an unexpected pacing was the idea, and trying to take advantage of like this freedom that we've created for ourselves design-wise in this universe that we made up. For the end of the show, we went through a lot of versions. We actually wrote 3 full versions of the closer. This has got to be the apex of the set list. This has to be the last thing in the club, and the whole, community that's there is building to this one moment.
We finally stumbled upon this piece by Flux Pavillion. We said, we found our closer music.
We finally found this main hook called I Can't Stop.
I can't stop.
And we realized that was kind of the mood we wanted. This feeling is like, I can't stop. It's just you're at peak party mode, but then what? And then I said, what if we can have the audience feel like they went on that journey with us, that they were invited in, and they didn't even know that they were invited in, but suddenly they were in the underground with us, and we take them on that adrenaline apex at the very end, and that there's one long exhale, and we hope when we leave them with the final image, they'll have that feeling that it's going to stick with them for a long time.